Hey guys, I welcome you all on our YouTube channel Candy Talk on 22 Yards. I hope that you are doing well, whatever you are doing, and are having great time wherever you are. So this is the post-match analysis of the fifth and the final T20 match between India and West Indies, which happened at Laundry and let's go through the scorecard as to who won the toss and what they decided to do and what were the top performers in that match. So it was Indian team who won the toss and they decided to batting first. India could merely score 165 odd runs, which was ultimately chased down quite easily by the West Indies team. And the top performer in the West Indies team were uh, Brendan King and Nicholas Pooran, and they were ably supported by Shai Hope. And you may find that our intensity might look a little low because we are disappointed as India could not win the final match and subsequently lost the series as well. So before I throw some questions on my co-host, I would want to welcome him first. So welcome Krishna to the channel, and I think yeah, you might be disappointed as I am. So batting first, India could only score 165. What do you think? What were the reasons that we couldn't put up a good total? Yes, I know that our openers did not click, right? And when your openers do not do well, you do find yourself in trouble given the fact that you do not have that batting depth, right? So, what do you think? What were the things that we couldn't do right in the fifth and the final T20 match?
So, first of all, I just want to say hi, Sanjay.
Hello. Mhm.
Yes, as an Indian fan, you know, I'm disappointed. But at the same time, I would like to congratulate West Indies team for putting up such a great performance when it was matter.
Right.
So, talking about Indian batting, I think 165 was not good enough. In the end, it was not good enough. And I think uh, from the beginning itself, we lacks, some intensity.
Right.
And there was not much happening in the pitch, but still our opener didn't perform well.
Right.
They got out pretty early. So I think after two wicket were gone, after that it was about consolidating in the middle, which was done by Surya Kumar Yadav. He scored 61, but if India wanted to win this match, then he should have remained not out till the end. But eventually, that didn't happen,
Right.
and he got little bit support from Tilak Verma. Tilak Verma was playing well, but eventually he got out, by doing slog, which shows lack of experience on the international arena. So in overall, I would say 165 was not good enough total.
Right, right. You made some valid point, Krishna. So I would want to talk about the toss, first of all, because if I look at the previous performances in the series, Indian team was batting well when they were chasing targets,
Correct.
right? They have chased down the some good totals in the previous matches. So was that a right decision to win the toss and choose to bat first, given the fact that you have been chasing well? Yes, I can say that the match was being played on the same pitch as the fourth T20 was played on, right? So they would have a thought in the back of their mind that the pitch might get slow a little bit, which would make the life difficult for the batters to score, which means that the ball might not come onto the bat. So was that a right decision to choose to bat first, or they would have gone on to bat a second, irrespective of how the pitch was going to behave in the second half?
Yes, Sanjay, I think that was a correct decision. There is always a say, like in the high pressure match, in the
Right.
deciding match, always bat first and defend that target.
Right.
So as per me, that was a good decision by Hardik. And if you look at the pitch also, already one match already played over there, right? So the pitch would be very slow, to be honest, because consecutive you are playing two matches, on two different days. So because of that, India decided to to bat first.
Mhm.
They wanted to put some total on the board, but unfortunately, our opener gone pretty early, and that put so much pressure on the middle order. Though Surya Kumar batted really well, but he needed some support from other batsmen as well. Someone like Tilak Verma, he was playing well, but unfortunately he got out, and then after that he didn't get good support. Uh, and if you have seen that match, on that wicket, Hardik Pandya was also struggling, which didn't help Surya. So if you look at the batting performance from India, it's been very disappointing. Yes,
Right.
they don't have experience, but they are also playing at the international level. So
Right.
that was the big reason India didn't perform well in the decider.
Right, sir. It was a poor batting display from the Indian batters. But here is one individual that I would want to talk in particular, and it is Sanju Samson. What do you think? How many opportunities are we going to give him? I mean, this guy has been playing cricket for a long period of time,
Correct.
and for in the last year and a half, he has given some consistent run, but has not delivered to the talent that he possesses. Yes, he has some performances in odd games here and there, but he is not able to perform consistently. So do you think giving opportunities to him is just a waste of opportunity? Like we have some guys who are waiting in the wing for a long period of time and not getting opportunities. So what would you want to say about Sanju Samson?
Well, he's a good player. There is no doubt about that.
Right.
Yes, that statistic is not with him,
Right.
and whatever the opportunity he has got, he did not play well. We can all say that.
Right.
But look at where he got the opportunity. He got the opportunity at number 5 or number 6,
Right.
sometimes at number 4. But when you look his performance over the years in IPL, he always batted at number 3 and scored 80, 90, most of the time.
Right.
So I think he's not getting a proper opportunity on a proper position.
Right.
So that is something which is really affecting his batting. He's not a slog hitter. We all know that.
Here I would want to interrupt you, Krishna, because see, yeah, you say that he's not getting opportunities at the top of the table, like batting at number 3
Correct,
or
correct.
4, right? But yes, I know you'll also have to consider other factors. That cricket these days is much more dynamic than what it was in earlier days, which means that you have to got the ability to play at different positions as per the requirement of the team, right? And being a wicket keeper, I think he would have to make himself able to bat at different positions. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely agree with your points. But you have to look at the stats as well, Sanjay, here, because throughout the IPL he's batting at number 3 and scoring good runs. Why not put him at number 3 and
Right.
ask him to bat freely? I think here the problem, whenever he comes on to bat, there always been pressure,
Right.
to score. We have to give him, that freedom to go and score run, just like we did with Tilak Verma. Nowadays, Tilak Verma is batting at number 4 and scoring good, but this is not the case with Sanju. Sometimes he batted number 3, number 4. Sometimes he batted number 5. Sometimes at 6, which doesn't help him. Let him bat at number 3. Give him some time. Ask him, to bat 20 or 23 balls and go there, and after that, go for the shots. That is something which is missing right now. So that is the reason he's not performing well, as per my knowledge.
Right, sir. We all love Sanju Samson for what he possesses. and how skillful he is. But he'll have to understand that there are so much of competition in the team itself within the squad. So he'll have to grab whatever opportunities he is getting, right? And we are saying this, and he might also be knowing this, and would be trying much harder than what we are looking and seeing from the outside.
Mhm.
But let's hope that he comes good and he is given a little bit more opportunities in the games to come. But there are other things to talk about, and let's move on to the West Indies cricket. I mean, West Indies could not qualify for the 50 over World Cup, which is supposed to be taking place in India, right? And they could not qualify for that, and they had to go with lots of things. Lots of things were said, and about them, that the West Indies cricket is going really down, and there might come a time when West Indies nobody would talk about West Indies cricket. So
Mhm.
looking at all those factors, I think this victory was much needed for them to just bring the group together and give some happiness to all the fans who support West Indies cricket. So I think it was a rightly performance put in by the West Indies team, and it was brilliant batting display from Brendan King, and he was ably supported by Nicholas Puran, and
Mhm.
had a good support from Shai Hope as well. So what do you think? I mean, what West Indies did right yesterday to put up this brilliant performance?
I think first the moment they restrict India under 165, all was needed to go there and bat freely. That is what they have done. If you look in the power play, they batted with a lot of freedom. They were scoring at highly rate. They were scoring sixes, fours in every over. So they were showing a lot of intent from the beginning, and they were putting so much pressure on the Indian bowlers, which eventually led India to make so many changes in the first six over. And here I just wanted to say one more thing, Sanjay, that Hardik Pandya captaincy in yesterday's match, as per me, didn't look good, because if you look, West Indies, what they have done when they were bowling,
Hmm.
they given bowling to their left arm spinner. I
Right.
don't recall his name.
Yeah, Akila Hussain is
Yeah,
the name
Akila
of that
Hussain.
guy.
And how brilliantly he bowled.
Right.
I don't understand Hardik, taking himself responsibility and going and bowl two over consecutive, even though the ball was not doing so much. It was a pitch which was, made for the spinners. There was no reason Hardik going and bowling two overs back to back,
Right.
which, gave some freedom to Nicholas Puran. So he was hitting sixes very easily. He should have bowled his premier bowler, somebody like
Right.
Mukesh Kumar. He didn't get a over to bowl in the power play, which is really, I don't understand like why he has taken that step. He should ask his premier bowler in the at least in the power play. And we all know, we all have seen Mukesh Kumar bowling so well in the ODI in West Indies. So that was little mistake, I should say. Apart from that, there was hardly any contribution from Yuzvendra Chahal on this tour.
Right.
His performance has been really disappointing.
Right. Right.
There was only one player who bowled well, that was Kuldeep Yadav.
Right. I mean, Kuldeep was,
Yes.
I mean, in his zone, as I had said in my previous video, and he bowled brilliantly well. But one aspect of the game that I would like to highlight in this post-match analysis, and this is that is the spin bowling. I mean, how often we see that our batters getting succumbed to spin bowling, even though we play spin right from beginning, right? When we grow up and hold the bat, from then on we are taught how to play spin
Mhm.
bowling, right?
Correct.
But every now and then in every series we see that there comes a spinner who troubles the Indian batters, be it in the start of the innings or in the middle of the innings or at the back end of the game. So spin has been a problem for all our batters. So what do you think? I mean, why are we not able to conquer the spin bowling as we have conquered the pace bowling? What is going wrong with us?
I think it's been from a long time that we are struggling against left arm spinner. When you talk about Virat Kohli, when you talk about Rohit Sharma, the situation is quite similar. They also struggled against spin.
Right.
I think we are not playing good against a left arm spinner, as I said. Along with that, the pitch wasn't like the ball was not coming on the bat yesterday.
Right.
Like when you talk about first 6 over, the ball was not coming, and due to that, our batsmen really struggled. If you look Indian batsmen over the years, they play good spin. There is no doubt about that. But when the pitch is not responding, ball is not coming, there they will struggle, and that is what actually happening with the Indian batter.
So, I mean, yes, if the pitch is good, we know that you are going to do well, right? But when the pitch is not, that good, you have to be smart with your shot selection, right?
Absolutely.
You have to play smart cricket, and you
Yes.
have to accelerate when it is needed, right? You cannot go there and start hitting right from ball one when you know that the pitch is not that good. The ball might hold a little bit, right? So
Yes.
there you first need to assess the conditions. And looking at our two openers, I think they had not gotten off to the previous performance that they had. I mean, they were in that thought itself that it is going to be the same sort of a pitch, and they came down and started hitting the balls right from word go, right? They had to understand that this is the same pitch that they played, the last match, right? So the pitch might change. It might get a little slow, right? So they needed to assess a little bit and then go for their shots, but they couldn't do that. So that was a fault that they made, and I think
That is where we talk about experience. And
right,
When we look at Jaiswal, Verma, they hardly got any experience.
right. That's true. And that's the reason Hardik did say in the post-match presentation that he's not going to dwell much into this series loss because there are lots of youngsters that have come in this series and played some good cricket. They have showed character and they have put in some brilliant performances. Not consistently, but they have been good enough to make a statement to the selectors that they are good enough to play at this level. So I need to talk about one more guy here, and that is Romario Shepherd. He bowled brilliantly, and he did say say that he did say when he was asked by one of the commentators after the match ended that what is going well for him. He said that he's in good zone and he is bowling really well. So I would want to ask a question to Krishna that what he did right that we couldn't do right in the yesterday's match as he took 4 wickets, right?
I think he was bowling according to the plan. Whatever his captain asked him, he was certainly bowling as per the plan. And second thing, he was using slow ball pretty good. So I think apart from that, there was some, bad shot from Indian batsmen. You can also add into that, which certainly did help him. And overall, his bowling in this tournament has been very good. He's doing great job. He's bowling in the death over, where usually bowlers, like batsmen, can take some chances.
Right.
And he's also pulling some great spells at the same time.
So the series has gone from our hands. We couldn't win the series, and Hardik said that this is a new group and we are learning from every game. But I would want to be a little critic here. That how long are you going to be learning? Whenever you lose a series, you said that we are learning. So how long are you going to learn things? You play so much of cricket in the IPL. You have such a good domestic platform where you get to experience all kind of pressure, all kind of things, right? So when you come to the international level, you got to be ready with everything, right? You can't say that you are learning at every stage of the game. Yes, you are learning. That's good thing. But then when you come to the international stage, you have to deliver performances, not the learnings, because you have learned so many things right from a beginning. When you start playing for your state level, then you get opportunity to play in the IPL, so you get to learn everything right up there, right? So you should be putting performances and not making excuses when you come to the international stage. What do you say about it?
I don't think, Sanjay, that was an excuse. If you look Indian statistic over the years in T20 cricket, we hardly lose a series.
Right, that's right. I'm on the same
We have
page
been
with
playing
you.
so consistent throughout the year.
Right.
Here and there, one series will be like like this, where you will not be able to win,
Right.
right? I mean, as an Indian fan, as an Indian, spectator over the years, I think India should not get disappointed with this series. I think we have to look at the positive way. You know, some positive thing came out from this series, like the batting of Tilak Verma
That's brilliant.
and Jaiswal.
Right, right.
You know,
Right up there.
along with Kuldeep Yadav.
Hmm.
So we have to look in a positive way. If you remember, we were 2-0 down,
Right.
and we came back, leveled the series, and in the final match, I remember Hardik said, in the last post-match presentation that it can be anybody's game
Right, that's right.
because it's a shortest format of the game, correct? So I think India should not be, should not disappoint with the fact that we lost the series, but what they can take from this series, some of the player, you know, when they come back again, next year for the World Cup, so they can gain some experience from this series. That is what I can say.
So I want to draw attention of the viewers here that although West Indies would not be participating in the upcoming 50 over World Cup, which will be played in India, as they could not qualify for that. But the next T20 World Cup is to be played in West Indies, and West Indies winning this series against India makes a statement and gives us the impression that West Indies cricket has started preparing itself for that T20 World Cup, and they would be a really good contender for that World Cup. What do you say about this?
Absolutely, they are playing in their home condition. They have already won couple of T20 World Cup. So yes, why not?
They would be a contender,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, guys, this is all for this post-match analysis of the fifth and the final T20 match. We would be coming up with the new videos in the days to come, and we would also be covering the Ireland series, wherein there will be a new captain in Jasprit Bumrah, and we hope that whatever we have done in this series and whatever we have learned from this series, and that will come handy, and the mistakes that we have made in this series, we would not make those mistakes again. And one more thing that I would want to talk about really quickly is this, that Rahul Dravid highlighted that we are lacking depth in the batting, right? That we have bowlers who bowl well but are very poor batters. So I want to ask this question to Krishna, that do you want a bowler or you want a batter? I mean, if a bowler bowls well, you should be satisfied with that, right?
Well, in this case, I would say that I don't think I don't know what Rahul Dravid think. I cannot comment on that. His personal comment here.
Right.
Obviously, he's the coach, so he would know better. What actually required. But if you ask me as a general fan, I would say India should go with 6 quality batsmen along with one all-rounder like Hardik Pandya and top quality 4 bowlers. That is what I can say.
All right, guys. So this is all for this post match analysis, and I hope that you all have enjoyed our episodes as we have. And I really thank you all for tuning with us and for loving our videos, and for feel free to comment and suggest anything that you can, and we will be coming up with new videos. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you have a great time ahead. Thank you all. Bye bye.